Hello, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Nick Sears, VP of Sales and Business Development here at NextPlane, and I'll be your host for today's demonstration of the NextPlane Cloud Federation service. This demo is approximately 30 minutes in duration. Before we get started, I'd like to briefly cover our agenda for this session and give you a short introduction to NextPlane. For our agenda today, we'll be looking at some of the challenges that organizations face when considering UC Federation. Plus, I'll be introducing and demonstrating the NextPlane Federation Cloud service to you. Let's take a look at today's Federation challenges. As more and more organizations look to enable UC Federation as part of their collaboration strategy, they are finding themselves running into an increasing number of challenges. Although a number of the UC vendors provide some capability in terms of interoperability with other platforms, these tend to be limited in nature and subject users to the lowest common denominator of basic presence and one-to-one IM. They also lack the required technical features such as domain sharing, management, scalability, and security. NextPlane provides a solution to these challenges. The NextPlane Federation Cloud service is an enterprise-grade solution that provides high-fidelity, cross-platform federation services, including presence, custom presence, one-to-one IM, multi-party chat, voice, and video. The NextPlane Federation Cloud supports all major UC platforms, including Microsoft OCS and Lync 2010, Google Apps, Cisco CUPS, and WebEx Connect, IBM Lotus SameTime, and OpenFire. Other features include granular policies, security, disclaimers, and routing options such as domain sharing, which allows multiple UC platforms to coexist within the same domain. Enterprises, service providers, and systems integrators globally are using the NextPlane Federation Cloud service to address a number of federation challenges, such as migration from one UC platform to another, or from an on-premise solution to a hosted solution, or maybe both, or to enable the coexistence of multiple UC platforms for maximum flexibility, and to provide external federation to enable collaboration with external customers and partners, and maybe even to build private or market-specific communities, sometimes known as a UC clearinghouse. So having introduced NextPlane and our Federation Cloud service, let's move on to the live demonstration. During our demonstration, we'll be covering topics such as presence federation, custom presence, one-to-one IM, multi-party chat, as well as voice federation between Microsoft and Google platforms. For our demo, we have created 3 fictitious users, each working for a separate organization and each using a different UC platform. We have Enrico Fermi using Microsoft Office Communicator at a company called UC NextPlane. We have Joseph Fourier using Google Apps Web Client at a company called NextPlane UC. And we have Nick Sears working for a company called NextPlane and using Cisco's WebEx Connect. For the purposes of this demo, all 3 clients will be presented on a single desktop. So let's first take a look at standard presence federation and custom presence. It is worth pointing out at this stage that no other UC gateway solution supports custom presence federation apart from the NextPlane solution. So let's take a look at the desktop that we'll be using for the demonstration. You can see that we have the 3 users logged into their clients and their presence status is showing them as available. We have Nick on WebEx Connect, Enrico on Office Communicator, and Joseph on Google Apps. You can see immediately that Joseph in Google Apps can see the presence of Enrico on OCS, and that Enrico can see the presence of Nick on WebEx Connect. But if we take a look at Nick on WebEx Connect, we can see that he currently has no buddies in his contact list. So let's add one to show how simple it is to add a federated contact. Nick wants to communicate with Enrico. So Nick adds Enrico to his contact list using exactly the same method as if Enrico was just another WebEx Connect user. So we type Enrico's name into the contact search box and add him to our demo contacts group in WebEx Connect. You can see immediately that Nick can now see Enrico's presence and availability. Now let's take a look at how NextPlane federates changes in a user's presence. If we look at Enrico, let's assume that he needs to set himself as busy. You can see that Nick and Joseph both now see him as busy. If he becomes available again, his updated present status will be federated to Nick and Joseph. Similarly, if Nick or Joseph change their status, their updated present status will be federated to Enrico. Let's change Nick to Do Not Disturb and Joseph to Busy. You can see their updated presence in Enrico's client. Now let's reset all the users to available for the custom presence demo. Many UC platforms support a custom presence status. However, there are differences in the way clients set and display this. NextPlane preserves the user experience by respecting each client or UC platform's method of supporting custom presence. Let me show you a few examples. If we look at Nick on WebEx Connect and set a custom Do Not Disturb message, such as doing a federation demo, you can see that this custom presence is displayed in Enrico's Office Communicator client in the same way that OCS presents its own custom presence messages. If we look at Joseph on Google Apps and set a custom available message, such as awaiting an important call, you can see that his custom presence is also displayed in Enrico's Office Communicator client in the same way. And if Enrico adds a custom message, such as working from home, you can see this reflected. In Joseph's client. Well, that's it for presence and custom presence. Let me reset all the clients to available in preparation for the next part of the demo. So let's now move on to take a look at one-to-one IM and multi-party chat. Once again, it's worth pointing out that no other UC gateway solution supports multi-party chat apart from NextPlane. So if we take a look at our three users again, let's assume that Enrico wants to chat to Nick. Enrico just needs to double-click on Nick's contact info or right-click and start an IM, and he's talking to Nick. And this works in both directions too. If Nick wanted to start an IM with Enrico, he just starts the conversation in exactly the same way that he is used to in WebEx Connect. Enrico receives a notification in exactly the same way that he is used to in Office Communicator. And of course, this is also the same for Google Federation. If Enrico wants to chat with Joseph, he starts the IM in exactly the same way. Now let's assume that Enrico needs to chat with both Nick and Joseph, and at the same time. This is a multi-party chat and is uniquely supported by NextPlane. There are a number of ways to start a multi-party chat. Firstly, Enrico could select both Nick and Joseph from his contact list. And right-click Start an IM. you can see that all messages are sent to all users in the chat, even though they are on completely different platforms. Alternatively, a chat can be started as a one-to-one IM and then another participant can join later. For example, let's start a one-to-one IM between Enrico and Joseph. Now let's add Nick by dragging his contact into the chat. Now we have a three-way multi-party chat. Each client is displaying the number of users in the multi-party chat. This is a unique feature of the NextPlane solution and provides significant productivity benefits, allowing users in several organizations to collaborate transparently as if they were on the same platform. Well, that's it for IM a multi-party chat. Let me reset the desktop in preparation for the next part of the demo. So finally, I'd like to show you Voice Federation, which is available for federation between Microsoft OCS or Lync 2010 and Google platforms. And yes, once again, NextPlane is the only solution available that combines presence, IM, and voice federation for unified communications. And by the way, NextPlane will be releasing Video Federation during the summer of 2011. We'll bring you a new demo session covering that as soon as we can. Just to recap, Voice Federation is supported between Microsoft OCS or Lync 2010 and Google platforms. Let's assume Enrico wants to make a call to Joseph. He starts the call in exactly the same way as if he was making a call to an Office Communicator user. Right-click the contact, Call, Communicator Call. As soon as Enrico does this, the NextPlane Federation Cloud routes this call to Joseph on Google Apps, which rings in the normal way, as you can hear. I won't answer the call, as we'll get extreme audio feedback due to both clients being on the same PC. However, I think that you can see clearly how this works. And if Joseph calls Enrico, you can see that Enrico is notified of an incoming call in exactly the same way that he's used to in OCS using the Office Communicator toaster message. Once again, I won't answer the call in this particular case. For high-quality, transparent voice federation between Microsoft OCS or Lync 2010 and Google platforms with no impact on the user experience. Well, that concludes our demo session for today. I hope that you found it interesting and informative. If you would like any further information, datasheets, white papers, or to discuss running a proof of concept with the NextPlane Federation Cloud service, then please just contact us at www.nextplane.net or send an email to sales@nextplane.net. Thank you and goodbye for now.